What's up, people? It's your man Urban Lover coming from your mama's basement, baby, and you know the deal. Man, that game was hype. You know, it was wonderful. I know a lot of you guys probably watched the game. You was excited, and if you wasn't, I don't know what the heck is wrong with you. I know it. Let me just get straight to the point. You know, very good game. Kudos to the Houston Rockets. They played a good game offensively, just like we played a good game offensively. James Harden, man, I mean, playing the point position, you know, you putting a lot of doubters to rest, you know, about you not passing the rock. I mean, you carried over from the preseason up to now, 17 assists. That's good, man. I mean, wow, that's wonderful. A lot of people, you know, didn't think you'd be able to do it. Mike D'Antoni is a good coach when it comes to offense. I mean, if you look at his team with Phoenix, even with the New York Knicks, he's pretty good. And a lot of people, you know, one thing about Mike D'Antoni, like I said, is the biggest thing that really hurt Mike D'Antoni is defense. And if anybody watched the game, that was one of the biggest things that hurt the Houston Rockets against the Los Angeles Lakers. But anyway, I'm going to get right to it. As always, we start with the stats. Then we go from the bad. And as always, we finish with the good. So, with that being said, let's get right into it. You know, I'm a little late. I'm on the East Coast. It's like 2:06 right now. I don't care. I'm hyped about the game. Was excited, you know. And kudos to the fan that was out there yelling and screaming, man. I think you was the most exciting thing to hear throughout the game. But anyway, you know, besides Mark Jackson. But anyway, all right. Houston Rockets, they shot 51%. We shot 50% from the field. One thing, as always, we definitely got to work on interior defense. That's one of the biggest problems that we have as the Lakers team. You know, backdoor cuts, pick and rolls and screens. We got to learn how to fight through them and get in better position to stop our opponents from just scoring easily at will in the paint. They were doing whatever they want to do in the paint, and we really got to move our feet. We got to be a little quicker on the rotation when it comes to defense. We have too many defense breakdown collapses in the first half. 3-point percentage, once again, we shot 12 for 35. They shot 7 for 29. 3-point percentage-wise, they shot 24%. We shot 34%. But I'm going to talk about one individual that I talked about in my videos. Matter of fact, two individuals. And I was kind of happy that they did almost basically what I said in my videos. So I'm kind of happy with that. Free throws, I told you guys in the playoff, you know, that free throws, they definitely have to work on it. But like I'm saying, they were getting a lot of rep to players that were just making the team. What came down to, you know, we did pretty good against with our free throws. Shot 81%. So that wasn't too bad. Rebounding, it's still average. We basically broke off even with them. Houston had 39, we had 39. So we broke out even. Assists, this is my hustle man points, and this is one thing I like about the Lakers, because where we lack at interior defense and perimeter defense, we don't lack in the hustle man points. Hustle man points mean is like when the team is making passes, we intercept the passes and stuff like that. You know, we constantly put our hands in there to try to get a steal. They the hustle man points. And with that hustle man points, we had 21 assists. They had 29 assists. Most of them came from James Harden. They had 10 steals. We had 10 steals. They had 1 block. We had 4 blocks. Turnover wasn't too bad. We had 16. One thing I would say at the end, one thing I want to say is that towards the end, the Lakers really got to work on, learn how to, you know, slow it down a little bit and learn how to control the ball in the 2-minute drill. They really got to work on that, because we are known for turning that ball over in 2 minutes. We're young, and that's some of the growing pains that we definitely have to go through, but eventually we'll get it. You know, and I was glad that Lou Aldane came and put his arms around, I think it was DeAndre Russell. I'm not too sure, but he put his arms around him, you know, after he made, you know, the turnover. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we got the win. That's all that matters. We can think about what we need to fix, you know, during practice, something like that. But it was beautiful. We got the win. Now I'm going to go to the stats and the box score. Like I said, I'm not going to talk too much about the Rockets. They looked good offensively. Capella, he was basically doing whatever he wanted in the paint. And that's one thing that I've been saying in all my videos, is that we really got to close down the gap in the interior defense. You know, like when Mozgov went over to help out, there should have been somebody cutting over on the weak side help to pick up his man. And a lot of times it didn't happen. That's the reason why we definitely got to be more strong on the perimeter. Start allowing these players to get to the basket for easy layups, easy dunks. Because when our center goes over to help out on the help out defense, there's nobody to pick up his man. It's just an easy layup all day, every day on us. So we definitely got to work on that. And that's like one of the biggest things that we really have to work on. So once we like get that, we're pretty good. We're pretty good. Now, also I want to talk about, and I kind of skipped it, fast break points. They had 24, we had 20, not so bad. Points in the paint, they had 64 points in the paint. We had 54. Most of them came from Julius Randle and Mozgov. But they had 64. We really got to shut it down. We got to close down that paint. Can't let these guys come in and just walk in and do whatever they want, you know. Can't be letting it happen. Now with the Lakers, we start with Randle. Randle had a beautiful game, a wonderful game. I was so excited about Randle in his game. One thing I can say about him is that I've been saying all along in all my videos that Randle needed to go back to the Randle of old, the Bully Beast Randle, going to the paint, not selling for jumpers. And he was 9 for 11, 18 points. He had 7 boards, 6 assists. He had a block. He had 2 turnovers. Wasn't bad. The guy was going to the paint. All we need now, and don't get me wrong, we know that he has one of the most ugliest layups in the NBA right now. So it's all good. It's ugly, but it's dropping. And that's all that matters, if it's dropping. One thing I do say that Randle definitely have to work on, and it's not so much a problem, but if he start really, and I think most of it had to do because he's not a brand yet for the NBA. You know, like some people like Harden, for example, how he was getting a lot of those phony foul calls. Once Randle established himself as a NBA star, those fouls are going to start generating, because when he goes to that basket, best believe 90% of the time he's getting fouled, but they're not calling that many fouls on him. Well, towards him, because if he gets to the free throw line, man, his average can go from, he can average 20 something points a game, because he will stay he stays in the paint, and that means that 9 times out of 10 somebody is fouling him. But still a good game for Randle. I was happy for him. He had a real good game. Nick Young, he started. I was saying I was gonna make a video about Nick Young starting. I was happy he started. He started off kind of slow, had a couple good shots. One thing I like about Nick Young is that he played defense. In a couple scenarios, he locked down Harden. I love it. Towards the end, he kind of made a couple bonehead, fouls. But you know what? I can live with that, to be honest with you, because at the end of the day, I'd rather live with that this Nick Young than the Nick Young of old that didn't play defense at all. He had, he was playing good to me. Even though he was 3 for 12. He lives behind the 3-point, but he did, get a steal, and drove, went coast to coast with the layup. I love it. He was 2 for 9 behind the arc. He had 3 boards. He had 1 assist. He had a block, the block that actually pretty much looked good. They should also have one there still, because he kind of like swapped the ball from, I think it was Capella, when he was trying to lay it up or something like that. I guess they considered it a block. I'm not too sure, but the thing is, he played good defense, and he did what he's supposed to do, and that's why I like Nick Young, starting, because it brings much more intensity in that starting, in that starting 5. Lou Dane didn't really do too much, probably kind of cold. He really played the preseason because he was hurt, so it might take a minute for Lou Dane to get on, but he had a couple good stops here and there, had a good rebound. He had a steal, so he played 28 minutes and he did what he could do, but like I said, I think he's not comfortable yet because he ain't really played with the squad mostly all the preseason, probably like 1 or 2 games, if that. So once he get comfortable, he'll be all right. A lot of times, he was just on the court, but a lot of things that people don't see is what he also did, and that's play some pretty lockdown defense, and I like that. Mozgov, you did it good. Like I said, I know he can score. He was 6 for 10 behind 6 for 10 field goal. He had 8 boards, 2 assists. No blocks, 12 points in 22 minutes, which ain't bad, and they actually didn't bring him in at all after like the 3rd quarter, something like that. So he basically rode the pine the whole time. So if he'd have came in and got 28 points, he'd have had a double-double. But it's all good, Luke Walton was basically going according to matchups, because even though, like I said before, even though Moscow was scoring, the problem is that his opponent was scoring as will too, at will also. He was getting to the paint much easier with Moscow on him. Moscow was real slow getting to his defender, and also not only that, when he was switching off, and help out on the perimeter, when guys would come into the basket, nobody was picking up his man, so they brought in Tariq Black, which I think personally, I would have liked to see Robinson in there, because Tariq Black Capella and Nene was doing whatever they wanted to him. They'll be dunking all on him and stuff like that. out rebounding him. I mean, like I said, Tariq Black is he's not the quality size as a center. And when you play against those big centers, you gotta. It's kind of hard. You just basically gotta be. It's like a mental thing. When you play against those big centers, you gotta know how to outthink them. You don't have to outplay them, but just outsmart them. You know what I'm saying? Like, play a way where you can actually make a point while you're out there on that floor. Tariq Black didn't really do too much. He did have 4 rebounds, but he didn't really do too much. I mean, he played 12 minutes, but I like to see more from him. It's only the first game, so I'm not gonna be hard on the brother. Hurtis came in 5 minutes, had 3 assists, got the team going, the second unit going. They started rallying, played pretty good. I like it. As always, Lou Williams, 14 minutes, he was 2 for 5, didn't really take that many shots. Played pretty good within the system. One thing I will say that Lou Williams didn't at the beginning, when he first came in, wasn't really playing no defense, but towards the end, a couple good defensive stops here and there. I am hard on Lou Williams because I want to see him play defense. Robinson didn't get in at all. Julius Clarkson, the man of the hour, 25 minutes, 8 for 12, 2 for 3 behind the arc, 7-7 at the free throw line. He had 1 assist, 3 steals. Like I said before, and I'll say it again, this is the Julius Clarkson that I want to see. And I've been saying it over and over again in all my videos that I would love to see the Julius Clarkson of old when he first came to LA, where he was penetrating, going to the basket, drawing fouls. And that's what he did tonight. He didn't settle for the 3-point shot. He went to the basket. He got into his rhythm. And this is the reason why I told guys over and over again, a lot of fans said they would like from the start. Me too, but based on the fact the way he's playing, coming off the bench, is wonderful, because what it does is it actually allows him to actually basically be the front runner in that second unit. Where when in the front, in the first unit is D'Angelo Russell, Julius Randle, then Julius Clarkson. But in the second unit is Julius Clarkson, meaning that he has the ball majority of the time, him and Brandon Ingram. That means he getting more shots. Lou Williams in there sometimes as well. But most of the offense goes through Julius Clarkson. And it's much better because he controls the offense. And like I said before, he is a much better player when the ball is in his hand. That's why I was telling people over and over again, I like to see Julius Clarkson at the point and D'Angelo Russell at the 2, because D'Angelo Russell is a way better shooter than Julius Clarkson. But Julius Clarkson is a way better penetrator than D'Angelo Russell. And they actually complement each other. And I think Lou Walton knows this. That's the reason why he be having Brandon Ingram and Julius Randle bring the ball down. Because 2 things, he's looking at how Magic Johnson used to bring the ball down and his height. That's where Steve Kerr and all of them got that from. Magic Johnson being 6'9", Scottie Pippen 6'7". They bringing the ball down. They're taller. They can see over the defense, and they can get more passes out. Better assists and stuff like that. That's the reason why they be letting the big guys bring the ball down and let the guards get set up in their spot, because it takes a lot of pressure off the guards. Because if you got the small forwards bringing the ball down, that means you got 3 people now that can bring the ball down, and it disrupts the defense because they don't know how to play them. So I'm happy for the Lakers. Kudos to them. Big shout out once again to the dynamic 3. Larry Nance, the utility man, came in, did his little thing. Got a couple rebounds. Didn't really talk too much about him, but Larry Nance is Larry Nance, the utility man. He comes in and do what he have to do. But shout out to D'Angelo, Julius, Nick, Julius Clarkson. Shout out to the whole team, man. Listen, at the end of the day, we made mistakes here and there, but we won. That's the whole thing in the bottom line. We won. We'll take everything with a grain of salt. This is the first game. Remember, they still trying to learn each other. They still trying to learn the system. Let's be patient with them. I'm happy we got the W. I was in Twitter with Mike from Lakers Talk. I know y'all checking his videos out. Stay on top of that brother, Eddie Starr. Watch his videos. My man Don was in there. Laker Nations 24. A lot of people from my fan base, they were in there. My Lakers community, we was all on Twitter just hype, and it was wonderful. My man, the Lakers guys, check them out as well. And Laker Nation, stay tuned. I hope you watch the game. Kareem, I hope you watch the game. For all y'all that's constantly making videos for the Lakers, I love you guys. And also my Laker family who watch my videos, I love you as well. We got a good season ahead of us, and we're going to win 30 games. Mark my words on it. This your man, Urban Lover. Like, share, and subscribe. Brother Tired. I'll hit y'all up later on in the comment section, because right now I'm going to sleep, or I got to take a shower because I'm sweating after watching this game, but I'm going to sleep. Y'all brothers, be easy, be safe out there. Get in the comment section. Tell me what you liked about the game. Let's get it popping, baby. Lakers Nation all day.